one. Hello, everyone. If you're here on the replay, then please come and say hello. Let Susan and I know that you are here and tell us what you're getting out of this live, because I know it's going to be amazing. I know what Susan's tips are, and they're going to be, I'm quite excited. So this is going to be a really good one. So while we're waiting, see if anyone turns up, do you want to tell us what you've been up to this week?
This weekend, oh my goodness, it has been incredible, Amy, because I'm just back from a beautiful weekend retreat with 10 ladies, some of which have travelled from all parts of the country to come along. One or two I knew already from a different acquaintance. And we've had 3 days of packed tests, trials, challenges, tasks. The girls have literally worked 12-hour shifts each day, and it's been incredible because we have been working on exactly what we're going to be speaking about today. That's why I knew I had to jump on immediately and speak about self-love. Because a lot of the time, you know, when you meet people, they've all got their own stories of drama and trauma that they've been through, and it's good to hold space. And whilst I work on a one-to-one or in groups and those sessions and classes that I use live myself, it's lovely to hear everybody just open up and perhaps hear the pain from where they're speaking, and then they open up and then they start to trust and they show the vulnerability. After that vulnerability is shown, they then start to realise their own potential, find that light, and start to dance and enjoy life again. So really, it's getting rid of all of the dross, basically, isn't it, at the weekend, and enabling people at the weekend to do just that. So I'm so proud of all of them, but I'm so proud of the content and the nature of the essence of what it was all about. It was absolutely achieved over and above my expectations. So it was busy.
Fantastic. You sound like you're just so lit up about it. Obviously,
yes, I am.
Which I get every time I see you. So, oh, that's wonderful. Right, so Karen's here now as well, so that's brilliant. So, hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Do you want to tell people a bit about what you do? Because that'll probably help what you just said make even more sense. And that's what.
Yeah, certainly. Yes, I am an intuitive. Everybody knows that I work intuitively, very spiritual lifestyle that I live, full of meditation, full of tasks and writing, art, exploration, lots and lots of travel. I don't believe for one moment that the whole world is presented to us in our lifetime just to admire from a television screen. We've got to step into it, and it's lovely to be able to travel and to be able to afford that travel. And you know, when we talk about travel, as you know, Amy, quite a lot I'm at the beach, and we're very, very lucky here in the northeast.
We saw
fabulous coastline, and I love to keep that balance of life. So whilst I work with a lot of people with a lot of drama and trauma and pain and anguish, and they're really, really lost, and I help to put them back on track to find their own compass within themselves, of their own soul. I do that through my intuitive life coaching and through my Reiki healing, my crystal therapy, my meditation, my spiritual guidance when I mentor people, my mediumship, spiritual and psychic mediumship, and also through my tarot. Now, I love tarot too. I love to use the tarot, to work with the tarot for others, and I love to teach it. So teaching in spiritual and intuitive and psychic matters, holding classes and workshops and groups. My clients come to see me here in Durham, but also I can reach all of my clients right around the world via the beauty of this facility we call the computer. And that media opportunity is a window, is it not, to the whole of the world. So sometimes I'm in California, I could be in Texas, I could be in New York, and haven't left my home. So I love what I do.
It's like travel in a different way.
Travel of the mind, travel astrally, travel emotionally, travel spiritually.
Yeah. Wow. It's just amazing. I think some of that can be quite confusing, like, because there's so much packed into there, isn't there? So it must be quite interesting explaining what you do to other people, I think, sometimes, because they sort of like get a light bulb and go, oh, that's what you mean.
That's right. I think I'll use the words of my clients in the past. When they've spent time with me, they go away and they say, I've been Smalley. I've been Susan Smalley because really you kind of put in a tagline what you do. You can, especially the nature of my work, you kind of put that on to depict the work that you do because it's all about energy work, and it's very light and it's very vibrant. And it's very colourful. As you can hear, it's very busy. So really, all of those different elements of my work all blend and knit together. It's like threads of different elements of my work. But then as a whole, when people come to spend time with me, whether it be an hour, 10 weeks, a year, a lifetime, or a weekend retreat, or a day's workshop, they all go away having had a sense of, wow, I'm important. They're important. Because a lot of people get clouded by competitiveness. The competition that's out in the world is incredible at the moment, and everybody's out to steal everything else. And I just say, relax, let it go. It's just like saying you're worrying about the river running by this end of the street. Let that stream of energy go, and you remain in your own solitude of peacefulness and tranquility, and get on with what you're doing. Don't let yourself get concerned with other people. And I think this day and age, because we are bombarded, and I know we're on live, but I'm welcoming that, but we are bombarded with what we should be doing, what we should be, what we should look like, what we should speak like, what we should dress like. It's very usual for people to lose themselves in that demand of expectation. And I always teach, first and foremost, lose the expectation, come into me soul to soul, raw, if you like. Let me see your vulnerability. And I can see into the energy of every person that comes to see me and read that energy. And, you know, it is quite mind-blowing, isn't it? But it is quite a natural ability. So everybody has their intuitive side. And to be in touch with your intuition is to be in touch with your soul, into your potential. And I help people to unlock that potential, to drive them forward, not in a pushy way or a demanding way, but in a gentle, nurturing, let me embrace you, I'm holding space for you, and let the person evolve and unfold and find the passion for life again. So that's the love that we speak about when we talk about self-love. It's doing what you are passionate about, not what somebody asks of you necessarily, because we all have this incredible pressure upon us to do for other people and other things and other expectations set by people around us, our peers. And family, I've got to say, I'm family. So to remove yourself from that and to find a pocket of space for self. And the first key to that space is meditation. Meditation, getting in touch with self, even if it's just to quiet the mind, close their eyes and listen to their own breath and feel where that breath resonates, how it travels around their body, how their limbs feel, how the color of their mind is. Some people are blank when they meditate, some people see color, some people see images. And it's that interpretation of the subconscious mind also that comes forward in the psychology of meditation, which really gives clues to who you are and what you should be doing. So I teach people to do that, and it's quite simplistic. You can do it anywhere. We were on a beach at the weekend, we were in a coppice of woods, we were down on Holy Island, we were on the water, we were in a beautiful coppice of trees, we were in a sitting room, drawing room of a manor house, a stately manor house. We were everywhere and anywhere, and we all had meditation. And it was just so empowering. It's so like taking an energy pill. And meditation is like having an energy boost, and it helps your mind to flow so positively.
Brilliant. So I think I'm not very good at sitting still. I have tried to meditate before. I wouldn't say that I'd tried maybe very hard. I don't think it's easy. You said it was easy. Tell me how it's easy.
It's very easy because you don't have to keep still. If your mind is full of chatter and you've got children, you've got an environment of work where you kind of find that space and you're having to dash in the car, back home, do something else, onwards. And that increases stress. So something just as simple. I've got a book here just to recommend, a meditation book, which I picked up in a second-hand shop, would you believe that, in London. So it's lovely. But I've got to say that I always invite and encourage people to write. to journal, to put down their thoughts. And that in itself is a very simplistic meditational act without having to think, oh, am I breathing right? Is that right? Is my posture right? Am I going to be interrupted? You can sit in a cafe and you can write into any journal that you require. And there's an absolute array of fabulous journals out there in the world. And also, just give yourself an affirmation, a quote, and that's why I post every day into my spiritual sofa and onto my main page of Facebook.
Yeah.
An affirmation such as, I've got one here, a happy heart can tame the strongest grief.
Ooh.
And a lot of people are carrying around grief and trauma and pain and loss. And yet, if you focus on the good in your life, if you help yourself to focus on that, and you know, I love to doodle. Here in my therapy room, I've got paints of acrylics and watercolors. I've got crayons, wax crayons, pens, pencils, colors, felt tip pens. Wherever I go, I carry color. And art is a wonderful way of doodle, design. You work with design, you know the therapy design can
I'm starting to think I'm quite good at meditation now.
So creativity of photography, just to go out travel, you're exercising, you're getting fresh air, you're capturing the beauty. You've got all of those memories to instill within your soul when you view them afterwards. So it's in capturing everything. It's really a journey. Meditation is life. So I always have a little chuckle inside when people say I cannot meditate, and yet they can go outside and stand and have a cigarette. And I think, well, you're creating space to have a cigarette away from everybody. Or they've got to go and make a phone call. And it's amazing how many people go out to a restaurant with a loved one or their family or children, and it pains me to see. They'll sit and they've got their mobile phone and the child's talking to them, and I'm thinking, hang on, you're not even focused on what you're doing. You need to put that phone down. So it can be difficult for some people, but honestly, it is so easy just to sit still and close your eyes.
Yeah, and I think that's how I see it, sort of in my head. That's how I see meditation being. But if you're saying it's things like journaling and being creative and just writing, well, I do that every day. So I'm actually quite good. I just didn't think that as being meditation.
You're living a therapeutic life, aren't you? You're very therapeutical in its sense of your work, your career field.
Totally. That's fantastic. So I think we kind of we went into the first tip there, didn't we, without sort of introducing it? So that's absolutely fantastic, which is all about holding space for self-love.
Holding space for self-love is very important. It could be as simple, Amy, is just running a hot bath, putting your favourite bubbles in there. Jo Malone roses oil is beautiful. And just having an hour with the book. That's a meditative state. That's relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. And reading a good book is relaxing the mind of your everyday concerns and just escapism into something else, a pocket of space, and that's holding space for self-love, treating yourself to something beautiful, something that you've wanted to do. And this is a question for everybody viewing. What would you really, really do? What would you really, really want to do, but you haven't done it yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
For instance, one of my ladies at the weekend has always wanted to go to Niagara Falls. And she thought she had to have somebody to travel with to go to fulfill that dream. And not 24 hours after the weekend retreat, she has booked 2 weeks, not 1, 2 weeks in Niagara Falls. And she's going in the autumn time. So isn't that incredible that she's passion, that desire? And in that, she's so chuffed with herself, she's so proud, she's absolutely floating on air to have done that.
That's just brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, there's got to be things like that. I know I've got things I want to do, but right now I can't think of.
Like what, for instance? Why aren't you making time? You're important. I bet you make time for everybody else, though. And this is a message not just for yourself, Amy, but for everybody. We always say we haven't got time, and yet we make time for other people when they ask us to do something or be somewhere. And even sometimes my schedule is very crammed, packed with stuff, and that's why it's important for me to have time for self. But you know, I appreciate nature. I appreciate walking and the natural environment. So I could sit by a lake or climb a mountain. I could go to the beach. I could sit in my own back garden and really get a connection with the flowers, the nature, the sounds. And that in itself is a meditative practice, living that wabi-sabi way of life, the spiritual way of life.
Yeah, it's just things you can do every day, isn't it? Like, I had breakfast in the garden yesterday and did my journal in the garden too. I've
Oh,
never done a journal in
wonderful.
the garden before, and I was like, I'm going to do this like all the time in the summer.
I invested
Lovely.
for my
Oh,
self-love. I invested in some new garden furniture. So I got a lovely sofa. I got 2 seats, a beautiful glass top table, and I practically live out there. That's my new office
yeah,
in the summertime, just to take in that beautiful therapy of
yeah.
healing
Well, it's just
naturally.
lovely being outside, isn't it? It's love it, except when you get sunburned, which is not quite so good. So Kate says that her motto is, don't forget to breathe. It gives you that moment to pause and appreciate the moment. And that's very much what
Absolutely.
you're saying, isn't it?
So many
Mm,
people don't know how to slow down the pace,
yeah.
to slow it down, to bring it in alignment with their own rhythm of their own body's energy, to be in that beautiful flow. When you are in alignment to self, everything flows. It doesn't mean to say that you've got, distractions and disappointments along the way. You know how to deal with them. So being on that even keel of meditative flow throughout your life aligns you, and something happens to your energy. Your energy, as you said, oh, you're on such a high.
Yeah.
Your energy vibrates. The light within yourself shines. You're not dismayed. You don't look despondent. You absolutely glow with energy. And when you're
Just
glowing
like
with
you.
energy, opportunities come, like this
Yeah.
opportunity to be here today. I came back from my retreat. I was on a high. I lost my phone, and somebody found it. That was a miracle, and
Wow.
miracles happen. And
Yeah.
then, we connected, and I was invited to come on this beautiful live here. And then I got an invitation to go and attend the regional television writers awards ceremony on
Wow.
Friday evening out of the blue. And I said, of course I'm going to go to that. And I love to
Yeah.
write. I love, love, love to write. I've always got a pen in my hand. It doesn't matter if I'm on my own, on a train. I was inspired. The calm and meditative mind is always inspired because you're allowing yourself not to get kerfuffled with drama of yourself or other people. And that pen is your magic tool. It's your tool to express your emotions. And that in itself is self-love, recognition of who you are. Just simply recognition of who you are and honoring
Yeah.
yourself. Having love for yourself is the most important thing. And I love these quirky cups that I got
Yeah.
from Lord Ashley not so long ago. I'm not on commission for Joe Malone or Lord Ashley, I may add.
But they're both.
I just feel good. I just feel good picking it up because surround yourself with beautiful things that you love to look at, and it keeps your heart happy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, Kate's holding her pen in the air as well. We're all pen lovers. Brilliant. I'm wearing Jo Malone perfume. Yeah, but my cup is a crucial. But it is yellow, so it can't be bad.
Oh, I like that mustard colour. I work with colour therapy too, and the mustard colour shows you've got a lot of mental activity at the moment, and also focus on your digestion of the nutrition that you're giving your body also, because that's self-love. If we abuse ourselves with loads of crisps, I love salty crisps, but loads of crisps and chocolate, we're not going to feel good, are we? We're not going to feel bright. We're going to feel jaded and disillusioned. But if you feed your body the right nutrition, like we had on Sunday, I provided a rainbow lunch. Now, nobody knew what it was going to be.
Well, that sounds good.
An array of vegetables, celery, carrots, beautiful fruits, plums, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, apples, bananas, and just seeing it laid out for everybody, it was like a feast. And everybody was able to top up their energy levels in a very natural and very holistic and very healthy way until we dined on the evening. So wasn't that great? Just that you can be prepared.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I'm fascinated by colour. That was really interesting too.
Your stripes, I interpret your stripes as well. You're wearing black and white today, and black and white is to try and discern from being judged, to discern your own voice, to discern your own communication with the world, because you don't want to be seen as judgmental. So you've got a lot of things on your mind as well in your personal life. And you try to be you're trying to be very clear cut and strong to be able to smash through those tasks, and you're going to do it, Amy. I can see that.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm here all day.
Because we wear a lot about the colours we wear speak a lot about how our soul is feeling inside, and I've got like a bit of a turquoise blue, petrol blue thing going on this morning, and I'm going to get changed and probably put pink on or something when I go out to meet a friend, because I want to express to her, reflect to her, so we are mirrors to each other. So I want her to feel that warmth and that uplift as well of being surrounded by beautiful colours.
Yeah. And it's fascinating, isn't it? I remember one of the first times I discovered that I was interested in colour, I was at a networking event. It was the first networking event I'd ever been to when I was an employed person. It was Sunderland Glass Centre, and I wore this grey jumper, which I really liked, and I actually wore it because it was new. I just wanted to wear something smart, because I was like, oh, networking, what do you wear? Which obviously is not an issue now. I'm like, anything I'll do. But I was, a lot younger then. And this man came up to me and he went, you're wearing grey because you don't want to talk to people. And I was like, oh, no, I'm wearing grey because I wanted to wear my new jumper. But after that, I was like, that's really interesting. And now
very
I
conscious.
do a bit of grey clothing, but I hardly ever wear grey. And I thought that was fascinating. So yeah,
well, you're wearing grey today with that black and white hue going on with that shirt.
Actually, it's navy and white. But
grey is a very spiritual colour. It's a very spiritual vibration, grey. So it's a strength colour. People often wear it when they want to be official and be taken seriously and have their voices heard in a negotiation. And so it's lovely when you work with colour. I love to work with symbols and colour, the energy of movement just displayed out in the world all around us, and messages to us. And over the weekend, everybody was like, oh my God, you're so colourful. And I don't care what size anybody is. You can be like 23 stone and wear colour, or you can be 6 stone and wear colour. There's no determination of, sort of fashion in a sense for what you can wear colour-wise or not. And a lot of people who were going through pain and grief. And I know years ago when I was first married and I went through divorce, I was so in grief. I wore black. My wardrobe was 3/4 full with black. I wore black everywhere. Could not get away from black. And then I started to introduce the colour, the red to give me strength, the blue to give me inspiration. And I started to wear the colour, and now it's like, wow. You can see me coming down the street.
And that's great, isn't it? That's great, because people recognise you for being so colourful. So it's brilliant. Fantastic. So do you have anything else to say? Well, I'm sure we could probably go on all day about self-love, couldn't we? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Long list. Surround yourself too with reminders of times that made you happy, photographs, images, and clothes hold memory. So anything that makes you feel good, do it.
Yeah, that's great. As I've got photos up there of good days out I've had with my little girl. I need to get some up with my son. I'm not very good at printing photographs.
Mobile phones, there's no excuse. They have fabulous cameras.
Oh, no, I've got them all on here. Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. I've got 2 Canon cameras with huge lenses, and I love to go out and carry them and twiddle about with the lens. I don't understand the technology, but I get to take good photographs. But my mobile phone, that's why it was so absolutely crucial that I got my phone back, because I had taken on the responsibility, and I took that upon myself to say to my ladies at the weekend, I want you to relax. Don't worry about photographs. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take videos. And of course, all of those were on that phone when it was lost. And how amazing that it survived all of the thunderstorm and all of the splashing rain. And somebody found it and handed it into the ice cream man, would you believe? So that was like a treat in itself, wasn't it? I treated myself to an ice cream.
Why not? You celebrate when you get your phone back. Hi, Sharon. No, that would be awful. Like, oh, losing your phone. I've got so many photos on me. In fact, when I got a new phone, I had to leave it in the phone shop the whole day because I had so many photos on. It took them that long to transfer them onto my new one. So I still have all those photos on my phone, but I have them backed up now as well. So
I have now backed up all of my information on my mobile phone. I'm proud to say.
It's a worthwhile thing to do, isn't it? It'd be awful. Oh, hi, Lindsay, you're here as well. Fantastic. Right. So do you want to tell people how they can work with you and how they can find out more about you? And then we'll move into the brand success club and do the next 2 tips.
Under this link, there will be a link to my website, www.susansmalley.co.uk. You can find me on Facebook if you wish to join my Spiritual Sofa group, which is my Facebook group.
I've got that link as well.
Inspiring. You can contact me for a one-to-one appointment in person to come and see me, or via Zoom across the internet, right the way around the country and the world. And also I have classes and groups and retreats. I've got a retreat in October, which is nearly full. I've got a retreat in April, which is sold out. I'm going to squeeze in another one because I absolutely love them. I love working with people. So if you're afraid to come along and see me and bear all your vulnerability, come along in a group, come with a friend. And those workshops and classes that I have in tarot, in mediumship, in meditation, in healing, in the training in healing, anything that you desire, drop me a line and we'll sort something out for you. And I can also put together a little plan for you, a module, a bundle of my work if you wish to purchase that. And I have got some new courses coming up, bundles on my website for training, tasks for life coaching. So there's downloads, downloadable sheets, etc., as well as videos for me to be there and inspire you if you cannot get to me in person. So there's a choice.
Yeah, lots of ways. Because like you were saying before, you can be all over the globe. So yeah, fantastic. I think that sounds wonderful. So I think definitely want to go and have a look at those retreats. Can't believe you sold out an April one already without even trying. That's just amazing. Just proof, isn't it, about how all this works. So fantastic. So what I'm going to do now then, if anyone wants to watch the other 2 tips, then you obviously need to be in the Brand Success Club, brandsuccessclub.co.uk. So you can come and join us and you'll be able to watch the next 2 tips over there. They're going to be live now. So obviously if you join now, you can't watch it now, but you can watch it on the replay. The people who are already in there will see us there. So we are going to go and do that. And I'll see everyone else later. Okay, bye.
Bye for now. Have fun.
There we go.